What is up, my crypto legends? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Let's analyze the situation, because this FTX scenario, there is some news coming out right now and it's pretty impressive of what has been going on. Okay, let me just go through right now what has happened, because probably some of you are very aware of this situation, that SBF apparently has donated hundreds of millions of dollars stolen from FTX customers to politicians and related organizations. The New York Times, Washington Post, and Reuters are now whitewashing his actions, which have ruined millions of lives. Yes, of course. Propaganda and corruption in action here. It seems like he has been kind of very corrupted. Of course, it was a massive failed exchange, so we can see an absolute mess of FTX giving much more FUD in the market. And what I want to also talk about is the stock market, guys. Stock market looks like it is at the verge of a major collapse. We are starting to fall from these levels. I also want to talk about the DXY is getting a major bounce from this zone, and I do think that this will likely to continue in the next coming days and next week also. So we are going to see the DXY after this big major drop having a massive recovery all the way up to 110 at least, where we could be facing a little bit of resistance at that level, and see how we're going to react. Because if we break above again this major resistance zone at 110, then this is going to bring massive confidence, and of course dollar will be king. Okay, and DXY, the dollar index, will be exploding if we do manage to get above this resistance again. Let's see if we do manage to break it. Are we going to get rejected? This is something that we'll analyze in the next coming days. But overall, guys, we were talking about this big major bounce yesterday. The bounce is happening, and I'm pretty confident that this bounce on the dollar index is going to go all the way up to the 110 levels in the next coming days. So make sure to pay attention to this, because this is going to be extremely bad for Bitcoin, of course, as well, and also for the stock market. Okay, S&P 500 is hitting resistance, DXY hitting support for a big major bounce here, and of course, you know, if the S&P 500 is going to get that rejection from these levels, then Bitcoin is likely to get that hit, guys. Now, why do I think the Bitcoin price is very likely to test here the $15,500 low that we created on the 9th? Well, if you do take a look at the price action here on the chart, it is pretty clear. Of course, we are in a very aggressive downtrend. This price action of lower highs created a double top scenario. We are getting exhaustion. We can see the stock market finally correcting pretty aggressively. I was in that short position now for the last few days. I was slightly in negative, as we did go all the way up to 4,050 points on the S&P 500, slightly in negative. I was only planning to have this as a swing trade. So if we were going to go slightly higher and get exhausted, to add to some positions here. Right now it is in profit, and I am already protected from this position. We could get a bounce, we could continue to the lower. Overall, I am seeing stock market, you know, in between this week and next week, having a big major correction, at least all the way down to the 3,700 points. You might ask to yourself, why do I think it's going to go that low? Overall, it's indicating that we've got exhaustion here at this 618. Remember, we've been talking about this 618 Fibonacci level now for quite some time, since we were running up all the way up here. I was saying, you know, for over the last couple of weeks, we are likely to get that volatility above $4,000 on the videos. Okay, the first week of November, saying we are likely to actually hit all the way up here, break above this range, and this is just going to be a false breakout on the S&P 500. We are unlikely to hold this major level that has been support and resistance, as we are in a very aggressive downtrend. The massive selling pressure is real, the panic is real. DXY will be getting a big massive bounce, all right, in between this week and next week. So everything indicates that we are at least likely to come down to the 3,700 points. You might think, why the 3,700 points? Well, if I take a look at the Fibonacci levels from the low to the highs, that is where the 618 range is, okay? So we are likely to come all the way down, in my personal opinion, to fill this big massive candle to the low part of this candle with pretty nice volume. We'll be testing here the last higher low range on the S&P 500, which is at the 3,700 points, guys. There's a lot of liquidity below these ranges. We are just likely to grab that liquidity by next week, okay? Very, very likely, as we are in a very, very aggressive downtrend on the S&P 500. Let me go quickly through the comment section right away and say hello to the community. I am in no trades on Bitcoin at this moment. Like I said, we just very, very likely to break through this range. We have a huge amount of, I've got weekly level, daily level. They have been touched, they have been holding. The reason why I think they're probably not going to hold and get that bounce is because we've already got that one bounce. And because of this price action that we do have right now, the likely scenario is to actually come down and test this low over here and also the lows from November here, the 9th of November, guys. This is the most likely scenario, aggressive downtrend. I did get a little bit excited with this price action over here, thinking that we are probably going to try and break this high, okay? We did try and break it, but obviously it was a complete fail, and we're just rolling here. As you can see on the chart, we are very, very likely to roll down from these levels. Just so you can cautious, better to be in shorts than in long, unless you're doing scalp trading, okay? Unless you are trading on the 1 minute, 5 minute chart, okay? For long positions, I would stay extremely cautious. I read the comment section yesterday. I did see someone saying, I was long from $16,600, okay? I think from this point approximately. And I was saying, make sure to be cautious, okay? This is not really a range to long, as we did fail right over here with this wick over here, okay? So I was just saying, stay cautious if you're longing, take profits if you're in profit, protect position, because we are likely to, continue rolling down, guys. And this is what is basically happening between yesterday and today. When I did the live stream when we were at these levels, basically we are at much lower levels since yesterday's live stream, okay? Being very, very cautious, because this wick over here did not manage to even create a swing failure, right? It was an absolute failed double top scenario, okay? And yeah, we're just likely to get this continuation to the downside, guys, especially when we do see the S&P 500 finally rolling over, okay? I'm in the short position, protected from this level. Very much mentioned for the last few days, guys, stock market is looking extremely bearish, as we have had this massive run up in October, guys. This is just a full recipe for this range to absolutely collapse. It's just very, very likely. This is why I am in this short position on Prime XBT. This is going to be a swing trade. My first take profit range, like I said, for the S&P 500 is going to be 3,700 points. My position is protected already, because we should be rolling down. If I do get stopped out and we go to higher levels, I will reconsider entering into another short position. But overall, protecting position, guys, the most important thing. So in that short position, I was actually getting some bad comments saying, hey, it's going to actually pump, okay? Everybody thinks it's going to drop. I'm thinking, well, I do think it's going to go down. I was slightly negative for the last couple of days. Right now, in positive and protected, I am looking for stock market S&P 500 to come to the 3,700 point. Let's see if we can make multiple thousands here on this trade scenario. Okay, Prime XBT is my favorite for trading stock market. So no trade on Bitcoin at the moment, but we're looking for some trades. I just see it rolling down, and of course, I do not like to short at the lows. I do not like to short at the lows. Right now, if we take a look at the fixed range, okay, from the volume traded the last 10 days approximately, okay, we can see right now that we are just about to hit the value area low from the range, where I do think we're not potentially going to hold it this time. We're not going to hold it, and we're finally going to test the low levels, all right? But of course, I'm not going to trade short position right here, just in case we do get that bounce, all right? This is not a trading range for me. We can see also looking at the VPVR, very much mentioned yesterday also. VPVR was showing us that this large range of volume, okay, as you can see right over here, was holding very nicely as resistance, and it's just, you know, yeah, basically we're not managing to get above this huge cluster of volume, and now we are seeing that rolling down movement. Stay extremely cautious, guys. Shorts are better than longs at this moment. If you are looking for shorts, of course, try and short when you are having some kind of relief pump and you're hitting good Fibonacci levels, volume profile, okay, big major patterns. Let's take a look at the comment section, guys. Before we go through comment section, make sure to destroy the like button. Only 57 likes, 58 likes. We almost 400 people watching the live stream. Make sure to destroy the like button, guys. It only takes a few seconds, and I'm going to interact with the community. Let me know your analysis. Let me know what patterns do you see. We can take a look at it together, all right? Interacting, guys, looking at the highest probability scenarios for some trades, okay? So God bless you, dear. Thank you for educating us. Hey, Mahesh, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining, and thank you for the kind words. Obviously, only education content here, not financial advice. Hello, King. Please take a look at Algo on the daily time frame. Love you, man. Game Pro, I love you too. Let's take a look at Algorand right away on the daily time frame here for my man. Let's take a look at Algo. Very interesting scenarios. On the daily, what can we take a look here on the daily? I'm not sure if we are going to drop much lower here on Algorand. We're basically at bear market levels from the last cycle. I want to take a look at volume profile, see what we do have here. Yeah, I think it's unlikely we're going to successfully break down this zone, because if we start breaking down this zone at 25 cents, which is insane for Algorand. I think Algorand is one of those blockchain projects that is very much going to survive. They have big investors behind, and they have very, very, great ideas for the coming future. Algorand is one of those blockchain projects that I am going to accumulate as one of those altcoins that I will be accumulating for the next market cycle. Yeah, like I said, we might see some volatility down here on Algorand, maybe around about the 20 cent level, and I'm going to explain right away in just 1 second. But we are basically, at the bear market levels from the last cycle, right? So we can see here 2019, 2020, this range was already brutal, okay? When we had the C19 crash, we went all the way down to around about 11, 12 cents approximately. And yeah, this, if we go down to around about 20 cent level, I think this is going to be, very, very nice buying opportunities for Algorand. Of course, this is not absolutely going to recover in the next coming weeks. It's very unlikely. We're just going to see a lot of volatility, a lot of sideways action here, just like we saw in 2019, 2020. So that we are just going to be in a large range, okay, till 2023, 2024, till the investors start getting confidence again. All right, guys, entering into 2023 doesn't look great. So stay extremely cautious with your investments and your trading. We are looking to short the market more than ever, okay? So Algorand on the daily. What I do see on the daily, yeah, not much seen here on the daily. We're basically getting the resistance from the point of control. So we lost basically the lows. As you can see, we were creating all of these lows from May. Yeah, June, July, August, May was up here. So June, July, August, September. And we're basically below the point of control. Look at these lows over here. Yeah, it just looks very choppy. I don't see a major bounce here on the Algorand price. Looking at stock market, looking bearish. Looking at Bitcoin, potentially bearish as well. So obviously, if they are bearish, Algorand is just likely to start losing this level a little bit more aggressive and potentially going to the 20 cent level. You might think, why the 20 cent level? Well, let me just zoom out here a little bit, and I'm going to explain what I do see here on the chart. We get these aggressive lower highs, so we're aggressively moving down. This one's over here. There is a possibility of a descending wedge scenario. So what is likely? Creating this lower high, this lower high, this lower low, this lower low. We are likely to have a fifth touch here at the trend line, which is round about, you know, in the next coming days at the 20-cent level, okay? 20-cent level is very, very likely to be touched in the coming days on Algorand, and potentially we'll be getting a bounce from that level, okay? We'll be testing the lower low trend line here. We've been very much respected, as you can see, so very likely that this range will be respected also, that 22-cent range, 22 cent level. Okay, if we do get that aggressive drop, get a little consolidation, we are likely to get a pretty nice bounce here on the Algorand price in the next coming days, couple of weeks. We're looking at the 4-hourly chart. So we'll be eyeing this very, very much also in the next coming days. Stay extremely cautious. Yo Dippin, how are you doing? Let's go through. Right, I've got a super chat, so I need to take a look at the super chat. Good morning, Andy. Flaviana, good morning. I am back home tomorrow. I'm traveling tomorrow, so I'll be back in the studio with the green screen doing full analysis and yeah, basically focusing on trading, guys, because we are here for trading, right? Just in Dubai and having a little bit of a good time also here, I gotta say, and not doing much analysis, you know, having a little bit of a break, doing the daily updates, but I'm back tomorrow, so I will potentially not be doing a video tomorrow. If I have time, I will, but by Saturday, I'm going to start doing, you know, full analysis and looking for these trading scenarios, guys. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Crypto is done. Yes, it is for the moment. It is done for the moment. Let me take no more dumps, says Game Pro. It doesn't matter, guys. I actually want the market to bleed more. I'm excited for, you know, for this situation. I gotta feel sorry because maybe a lot of people are going to be extremely affected. A lot of people are losing money, but you know, this is how you play the game. We want to be excited for these times coming. I know most of the people are going to be like, wow, what the hell, you know, what do you mean you're excited? If we go to 10K, hey, bring it on. If we go to 5K, hey, I'll be buying to zero. I'll be buying, you know, Bitcoin till it reaches zero. And you know, this is just very unlikely. It's not going to happen. You know, just imagine buying at zero. You know, it cannot go to zero. It's very, very improbable. You know, everybody would have to sell, and they would have. Yeah, it's just very unlikely that is going to happen. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to, you know, buy up while we're going down. So yeah, I think DXY going to 110. Said, it is. This is what we were talking about also. So it seems like that you have a very, very similar analysis. I do think that DXY is going to have a major bounce here from this epic drop, okay? It's going to have a huge bounce. So the 110 level is, you know, almost guaranteed in my personal opinion, all right? We've had a really nice move here to the upside. I don't think we're going to get much resistance at the range, especially after dropping so aggressively. Yeah, at least to the 110. No doubt in my mind that is likely to happen. The 110 level is exactly 50% Fibonacci retracement on the DXY from the highs to the lows. So DXY pumping, you know the deal. Bitcoin will not be happy with Bitcoin with the DXY pumping. Let's take a look at the super chat here from Nepalese. Thanks for the $10, my man. Very much appreciated. Thanks for the support. Let's take a look at your comment. Hey Andy, can you please have a look at Injective protocol? How low could we see, and could it surpass its previous high? So its previous high or previous low? Could it go to, let me take a look at Injective protocol. So that is ING US dollar. INJ US dollars, all right. Wow, Injective protocol did get a massive hit because it was pumping like crazy the first week of November. Wow, it had an insane epic pump, but then we got the FTS fiasco, you know, official news on the 8th of November that basically affected the entire crypto space. Got a massive drop, hitting the point of control, getting that bounce from the point of control. So what we can expect right now on Injective protocol, you know, it's pretty clear for me, guys. You know, these lows are going to be retested. these lows are going to be retested. It does look like that we are holding here the higher low support trend line. We've got a major wick and then consolidation. We're just at the trend line. But yeah, looking at this, you know, massive volume to the downside. We're just very, very likely that this is just going to be a roll down back to test the lows. And maybe we could potentially look for that swing failure pattern at this range. You know, but these lows are just highly, highly probable going to be tested on Injective protocol. No doubt in my mind. Let me just take a look at the range here. Yeah, I mean, we'll be testing the value area low and very likely breaking it, okay? And almost testing the lows here. So these lows around about the $1.40, $1.50 is just going to be likely tested in the coming days. We are, you know, I'm looking for that price action to the downside. Very, very likely to happen. Very, very likely. The only long trade scenario that I do see here, so, you know, getting into short here is a little bit risky. Would have been ideal to short the value area high, just as you can see here. Wick to the upside, acceptance back in. What trade scenarios we are looking for here is on fixed ranges, right, such as the Algorand here, looking at the 4-hourly chart, looking for the last you know, 8 days approximately of price action. You know, when you have this massive volume to the downside, right, aggressive volume to the downside, these lows haven't been tested. This means that it is highly probable to be tested in the coming days, right? Maybe by next week. If you're inside of this range after this dead cat bounce, you know, and you're inside of the range, the value area high is just a huge resistance zone. If you get this move to the upside from the value area high and you get acceptance back in the value area high, okay, inside below that level, then, you know, this is obviously for me a good shorting opportunity. This is a shorting level. Not here, not shorting the pump above the level because it could break it. Getting acceptance back below, right? This blue horizontal line here, which is the value area high. We got acceptance. We're getting acceptance right there, and we are coming down now to the value area low, which, in my personal opinion, will very likely get broken in the coming days. Okay, but of course, this is not very. This is a risky, you know, this is a risky zone to short, guys. This is a very risky level to short, sorry, because you could get that bounce. You know, the value area low could hold just like it did here, just like it did here. It could get one major bounce. Probabilities are saying that we are going to test the lows here from the 9th of November. Like I said, the ideal short would have been this range over here, because you break above it, you get, it was a fake breakout from this range, as you can see. You get acceptance and then you short. You get acceptance. So you got a couple of 4-hourly candles here where you can decide to get into that short. If you go to the 1-hourly chart, you know that Fibonacci is our favorite tool. And yeah, just to add up more confluence, of course, from the highs to the lows, we touched the 6182, the exact cent here on Algorand. Look at this. I mean, look at this failed swing failure pattern, guys. And I mean, I can't stress this enough. I mean, I'm giving you the tools here. I'm giving you the trade scenarios and how to spot them. Like I said, I mean, I am looking for lower. So shorting here is crazy. Of course, I wouldn't short down here, but I am looking for lower on Algorand, potentially at $1.40, $1.45, like I just mentioned, the lows that we created, okay, on the 9th of November. So yeah, I mean, this is a perfect shorting trade scenario. You get the swing failure from the highs created on the 13th of November. You wick above it. You get the move down acceptance. You wait for another bounce to the upside, and you know, hitting the 618, hitting the value area high. You know, this is a highly probable short scenario, guys. Of course, it is easy to take a look at it once it's happened, but it's just to, you know, obviously we want to keep this educational as well. You know, how can I look for these trading scenarios? And we talk about it a lot of the times. Like I said, you know, now what is happening? Yeah, you know, what is going to happen with high probability is that the value area low is going to be tested, depending on how we test the value area low, because you could see this scenario happening as well, right? Where you have a wick above the last high In this case, it would be a wick below this low over here on the 14th of November. If you wick down below that level and you fail to break it on Algorand, on Injective protocol that I'm looking at, then you are likely to get that bounce, acceptance, back up at least to the point of control where you could get resistance. That would be a take profit zone, right? So yeah, this is what I do see on Algorand Nepalese. Only if you swing failure, you get acceptance, you hit the 618, similar scenario to what happened here on the highs, similar scenario that could happen on the lows, could get that bounce. But overall, I think that this breakout from the value area low will be successful in Injective protocol, and we are going to retest the lows here created on the 9th of November. It's just very, very likely to happen, guys. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the comment section. BTC to go 5.6k. Wow. Bitcoin to 5.7k. I mean, imagine that. Imagine that. You're definitely going to stack up some Bitcoin at those levels. Definitely going to stack up some Bitcoin. Please check Avalanche. Okay, let's take a look at Avalanche. Thank you, Andy, for your TA. I'm looking for cheaper BTC and HODL. Absolutely, absolutely. Try kebab food in Dubai. It's delicious. Game Pro. I will. Andy, where do you feel the DXY will reach? Says Steven. Well, DXY will likely reach. Okay, let me just check if the connection is good here. Guys, let me know if the connection is good. Yeah, DXY is likely to hit the 110, guys. 110. In that short position right now here on Prime XBT on stock market position is protected. I am looking for lower. I am looking for the S&P 500 to hit at least 3,700 points. This was explained at the beginning of the live stream, you know, showing you a little bit of technicals. This was you know, phenomenal trade. This is just this was a technical level for that short that I've been talking about for the last, you know, I would say last few weeks even on the S&P 500. You know, when you are in this aggressive downtrend and you are creating this kind of uptrend channel, and at the top of this, you know, higher highs scenario, you're hitting the 618 from the highs to the low. You know, I'm just looking right. I am ready to start shorting the S&P at this range. If we do hit that, if we do consolidate, we'll get a bounce, consolidate in the next coming, you know, days and next week. I'm just going to look to add to my short. I'm going to be adding shorting positions. It's just all the technicals are saying that we are going to go lower. We are going to go lower here on the S&P 500. Just very, very probable. We might go to the 7,700 points and potentially get a bounce here. So we could, you know, like I said, I'm looking for that 618 from this high. So we hit the 618 from this drop all the way, 618. If we come down, maybe 618, we could get a bounce. I mean, we could be potentially forming a harmonic pattern here, but it's too soon to say. Too soon to say. Overall, we are focused on this short position. I am focused on this short position, at least to claim these lows over here on the S&P 500, which is at 3,700 points. I'm going to start taking profits at that level. Right, do you see Ethereum going to $1,070? Absolutely yes. Can you take a look at Avalanche? Let's take a look at Avalanche. Why not? Let's take a look at Avalanche. Guys, make sure to destroy that like button here for the algorithm. People are losing a little bit of interest after this FTX scenario, but we want to look for trading scenarios. We want to look for those trading scenarios. I am in no trade on Bitcoin. I don't want to be in a trade on Bitcoin because I'm traveling tomorrow, but by Saturday we're getting back for those trades on Bitcoin. I mean, I've had a great week. I really have had a great week last week because basically I didn't trade the week. I closed the positions yesterday that I was having here from my hedges, but last week was epic, you know. Last week was really good, a really good trading week. You know, very much calculated, you know, very, very nicely this level over here, that it was likely to be going to be an exhaustion level, potentially to come down to test the lows. It was, you know, absolutely phenomenal. I took most of the profits here from this short. I entered a long position here from this Gartley pattern, mentioned live. You know, big nice little pump here to the 618. I mean, it was been absolutely epic. I've had an incredible trading week. Last week, not this week. This week, actually no trades. The only trade I have open is the S&P 500 trade. Let's see if that's going to be an epic swing trade by next week. But yeah, I mean, these levels were hitting to perfection. This was mentioned on the live stream on the 11th. Come on, guys. I did have some nasty comments on yesterday's live stream. It's just amazing, you know. I don't understand. People are I do understand in a part, because people are furious. I mean, people are very, very disappointed. You know, people are disappointed, and yeah, they pay it with me. I'm just giving my technical analysis. You know, I've been showing some epic trades here. There was a short. You could check the live stream. It's mentioned live that this was a shorting level, and I actually shorted this. Also here, this was mentioned that this was a longing level, exactly to this level, okay? This was a take profit zone, showing you level to level. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Cannot stress this enough. Also entered a long position here. I did not talk about this trade live. The only trades I talked about live was the 10th of November, also the 11th of November, live analysis that played out beautifully, level to level. And I took a trade here, but obviously I wasn't doing a live. This is just a trade that I took, and then talked about it on the live. Why was this a pretty nice trade to the upside? And you know, basically I've had a really nice last week. This week only S&P 500. Don't worry, guys. I am traveling tomorrow. You might be thinking, you know, we've had pretty boring price action. Okay. Overall, yesterday, the only thing that we talked about yesterday, okay, we didn't talk about trading scenarios, that we were losing momentum because of this high, okay? So basically, because of this high over here, this was looking very, very choppy, and the highest probability scenario was coming down, okay? We're going to have that corrective move. So, but no trade scenario. We didn't talk about a trade scenario yesterday, you know, and today potentially not a trading scenario also. Price action is very, very boring. We could see a little bit of sideways action. We could see, you know, look, it's just very, very boring. Overall, I do see lower. You know, if we do get a pump to the point of control, which is at the 16,700, I think we're going to get heavy resistance at this level and potentially roll back down. I mean, these lows are likely to be tested. They haven't been tested. Let's see how we're going to test them. Are we going to create an epic swing failure pattern, breaking below 15,500? And this is what we're going to analyze in the next coming days. I will be, if you know, hopefully I will be catching, you know, these lows being taken in the next coming days, and we will be looking, you know, for the next trading range, guys, because after a certain time, okay, you know, the trading scenarios are just are getting less probable now. We don't really know with higher probability if we are going to, you know, move down or up. I am leaning more to the downside, but volatility has gone down, and when we want to trade is at the start of a, you know, after a big major drop, right? So we've got the drop, and then is the moment to trade. You know, this is why I say, hey, I'm going to wait for a breakdown or a break up. I'm going to wait for a test of the lows or the highs for a swing failure. You know, when we're in a large range now for quite some time, you know, overall I do think that the higher probability is coming lower, but we are at very extreme low levels here from the last few days. You know, just not looking for a trade scenario here at this range, just a very, very boring range. After a major drop, breaking major levels, yeah, this is when we want to trade. These are the ranges where we want to trade. Epic short here, epic nice little long here from a very technical harmonic pattern, and hitting 618 from the lows. You know, we're looking for these trading scenarios. When we are in this boring price action, you know, I just know this is no trading zone for me at the moment. When we start hitting these lows, this is when we're going to be, you know, getting ready. Are we swing failing? We're going to swing failure from this low and get a bounce? Maybe yes. Are we going to swing failure from this low and get a bounce? Maybe yes also. Wait for that reaction from these lows. If we do have a solid breakdown, and this is going to be very, very interesting, if we break down from this zone, don't worry, we'll be finding some scenarios in this zone for shorting and for longing, okay? Just like we did right over here last week. It was an epic scenarios. This was a 100% win rate on last week, guys. mentioned on live streams, okay? Mentioned on live streams. Right now, boring price action, just waiting for a solid movement. If we do get a breakout from this high, which is, I think, is highly improbable, okay? Looking at stock market and DXY getting a big bounce. If we do break this high, I mean, this is a waiting game, guys. It's a waiting game. You know, you might think, hey, what's the next trade scenario? You have no clue. You don't know where we're going. It doesn't know. It's not about, trading is not about knowing where we're going, guys. It's about breaking levels and, you know, and having confluence and levels with patterns and trading that scenario. And, you know, this is showed. Yeah, I can't stress it enough, guys. You know, I can't stress it enough. Last week, you can take a look at last week's live streams. Absolutely epic, long, short. It was insane. So, you know, what would I be looking? Like I said, my trading scenario is down over here. Interested in trading this range for a potential long if we swing failure from the lows. Next trade scenario, you know, this is if we do go to lower levels. If we hit these highs at $17,140, looking at that, you know, if we do hit those highs, I'll be interested in trading this range. Potentially a short opportunity if we swing failure that level, but also if we break solidly with large amount of volume, okay, if we do get that breakout from 17,150 range, it's going to be a good level for a quick support, okay, to test the highs. You know, this is going to be a potential scalping opportunity if it does have a solid 1 hourly breakout with a large amount of volume. And if it does retrace, you are likely to get a quick bounce to the highs, guys. We want to be in and out because market makers think that you're going to get really bullish, that we're going to go to higher levels. They're just going to test the highs, create a double top, and come back down with it. You know, very, very likely. You know, this is people when people are getting excited. You know, you want to be very, very technical, very, very quick, get in and out those trades, okay? So, yeah, I've got a plan here. I've got a plan to the upside, and I've got a plan to the downside. Looking for swing failure from the lows, which I think is, you know, we're highly probable gonna test the low levels. And looking for, you know, I've got a trading plan all the way up here and a trading plan down here, guys. This is what I am going to do. Wait till we get, you know, out from this large consolidation, because at this moment, you know, there's no high probability to the upside and no high probability to the downside. We need to get into these new zones to see how the market is going to react. Depending on that reaction, we are going to put a trade. I need a solid breakout for confirmation, breaking out from this zone for a quick potential long opportunity to test the highs on the correction. It's going to be a relatively easy trade if that happens. We can test the highs over here, get acceptance back down quickly because it's going to be a fake out. This is going to be a beautiful short opportunity, only if it's a failed breakout, guys. Hopefully, you know, it's pretty clear. I know a lot of people have done, you know, have improved drastically following me for the last, you know, few months, and I do get those really nice comments. You know, my trading has improved impressively thanks to your analysis. And guys, it's just a game of patience. You know, there's game of patience. Have those levels that are pretty clear resistance, and wait for a failed breakout or a big massive breakout, and then quick get into the bounce. Or, you know, like I said, these lows are the levels that I'm looking for to be claimed for those swing failures. I mean, it's yeah. Azad, hey Andy, my man, enjoy your holiday. You never can keep everyone satisfied, bro. If you have time to look at XRP, please. Absolutely, let's take a look at XRP. Thank you very much for those kind words. Let's take a look. Hey man, great job. Can you check out about Solana? Speciality after Binance tweet. Especially after Binance tweet. I'm not sure what Binance tweeted about Solana, but we can take a look at that. First of all, let's take a look at XRP for Azad. Very kind words from Azad, so definitely going to take a look at XRP for you, my man. Thank you very much. Yeah, XRP is pretty curious. We talked about this XRP scenario. You know, double bottom scenario right over here on XRP. Yeah, it looks like that this kind of neckline range of this, you know, double bottom, this 38-cent level is extreme resistance on XRP. You know, we do not need to, you know, I don't need to beg you and tell you that this is a big resistance. You can already see it on the chart. So you might think to yourself, okay, we've tested it right now for the second time. It looks like we're maybe going to test it for the third time. What I would be looking for here, if we do break above this level, let's zoom out a little bit. What is the strongest resistance zone on XRP? It's the 44-cent level. The 44-cent level is going to be an epic short in my opinion, okay? We can see right over here, this zone. It is the point of control from the volume traded, you know, the last 2-3 weeks approximately, even 4 weeks. Look at this massive big price action that we did have here during October. You know, massive big volume level. Okay, it starts right over here at the daily, as you can see. We've got a big gap in volume, okay? So if we do manage to have a successful breakout here, it's going to be pretty epic. I think we're going to, you know, XRP could have the possibility in having a pretty epic pump. That pump is likely to get stopped at 44 cents, you know. And this is, you know, this is not being this is not just drawing on the charts, guys. It's because this is where the volume starts, okay? This volume starts at this level. Support. It's a daily level. This is why I have this green horizontal line. I'm not just saying magically that this is gonna, you know, be strong resistance. No, we've got proven big volume. We've got a daily level. We've got this large consolidation of support. If we take a look at Fibonacci retracement from the highs all the way to the lows right over here, it is exactly that 61865 range also, 44 cents. So we're hitting 618. We're hitting the most, you know, the most respected Fibonacci level, apart from a large volume and big support levels. You know, how much confluence do you want from that? If you know, that would be a trading short plan. I'm actually going to put an alert here, because if we do hit those levels, I will be very much interested in shorting XRP, because it's just such a strong resistance. Look at the epic amount of lows that we have had here as support. 618 from this drop. Oh yeah, it's going to be absolutely an epic short for me, I think. And my, you know, a lot of confluence at the 44 cent level. I got an alert at 43 cents. So XRP, you know, is a potential trade that I would take if we manage to pump all the way up there. I'm not sure if we'll pump there, guys. I'm not sure if we will, but if we do, I know it's a very important level. I will be looking for shorts there. So yeah, that's a really nice trade scenario for XRP. Let's see if we do get that pump in the coming days. I'm not sure if we will. As you know, we are at resistance. You know, we are at big resistance. This was an epic short right over here as well. The first touch from this daily level. It's a very important level that has been respected as resistance. I mean, let me just zoom out on the 4 hourly, because you can basically see it right there. Wow, I mean, this was an epic short opportunity. And of course, we want to look for those epic trades. Look at this major level of support exactly at 38 cents that has been respected as support and as resistance, guys. Massive big failure, swing failure right there. Support. You know, we broke down from this zone. Guess what? Yeah, that zone was resistance. This is what we are looking for. We're looking for solid breakouts, okay? This was a solid breakout. Look at this. I mean, this was absolutely epic. It was absolutely insane. Look at the amount of volume. We had a big wick, but finally we did have that momentum to the downside. Where did we hit resistance here? At 39 cents. Look at this. Absolutely insane, crazy. Bang, that's big volume candle range. On the 4 hourly, yeah, back down to retest the lows. So this is why I would look for a big solid breakout from this range. So if we do have some pretty nice volume, this level is unlikely to get broken. We're likely to get one rejection. If there's large volume on the breakout and low volume in the correction on XRP, this is just going to be a big support level. You will be likely getting that big bounce here to test the highs or almost the highs. So quick little trade there. Quick take profiting here as you reach to the highs, because you could hit that 618 fib level from the drop, right? This is why you do see lower lows, higher lows, right? So this could be a lower low, but this is a great longing level, guys. A quick long, take profits as soon as you hit the 618 and protect position. You know, simple as, you know, I know it looks really, really simple, but you just need to have a plan, guys. We need to have a plan, and you basically need to trade it. So yeah, why is this a low probability trade scenario for a short? Because we've had one test, we've had two tests, and now it looks like, you know, we potentially could have the third test. And what happens when we test several times a level? You know, it's potentially going to get broken. It potentially could get broken. It potentially could get rejected again. But this is why this is a, you know, no probability trade scenario here. No probability trade scenario. Once we get out of the resistance, this is the ranges where we want to look for opportunities. Once you created this price action, then I'm going to say, guys, we need to get out of the zone. We want to get out of the zone here for our next potential trades. We want to get out of the zone for our next potential trades. Once we're in a range, yeah, no trade to be taken. You know, all the trades should have been taken here. So yeah, this is why I'm saying that this, you know, there's no trades to be taken here. You got this one. This one was a little bit of a difficult one, but we talked about how could you have known this was a good trading scenario. And what I explained here is you test the lows right there. It's very difficult. You get a pump, you're still creating lower highs. As soon as you break above that range and retrace, you could start thinking in adding some long positions till you meet the highs here at 38 cents. And that's what happened. So you get into that long position and you get into, you know, and you take profits from here. Next thing would be breaking the lows. So I've got, you know, we're inside a major zone here, right? So get out of the zone, get your big resistance levels ready for a short and or for a potential quick long. This is what I'm going to do. We're always talking as we or you, and no, this is me, of course. I'm not telling anyone here to do what they need to do, or test the low levels here and get out. Yeah, basically, yeah, break the lows or swing failure. Okay, we were looking for that swing failure as well here. It could happen. Failed breakout from these lows exactly at 32 cents, and then, you know, get into a long after you get acceptance above the highs, guys. That would be the scenario. You know, we've got so many different scenarios. We just need to get out from this zone. You know, we just need to get out. You know, we've tested low, tested high, tested low, tested high. You know, that's it. The resistance and support levels have been tested several times. So we just need to get out from the zone so we can trade this zone, or we can trade this zone down over here. There's a potential, you know, there's also a swing failed pattern potentially here. If we start breaking the highs, guys, if we start breaking the highs with low levels, with low volume, sorry, we start breaking this level. Sorry guys, I'm just getting concentrated on, you know, these trading scenarios for XRP. Just get the volume profile out of the way and take a look at the fixed range. Yeah, I mean, it's the value area high as well. So you've got the value area high on XRP exactly at 39 cents. So if this high is going to be tested and we get acceptance back in, this is going to be a great shorting level. It's going to be a great shorting level. There's going to be a failed breakout, and you could potentially trade this all the way to the point of control. That is where we got that bounce in between yesterday and today, as you can see on the chart. So this is a major level, point of control from the zone. We're getting that bounce from this level right now. That would be a take profit zone and a protect position, just in case you bounce from it. Or, yeah, apart from that, you know, I would, you know, protect position from stop loss, protect position, take profits, and you have a high probability that you come down to retest the value area low from this trading range, just at the 33, 32 cent level. We've got a pretty potential nice trade scenario here on XRP. You need to wait for that breakout. Will it be successful or not? This is what we're waiting for. If it's not successful, and I know I've taught the community how to detect it. Don't worry, you know, when we're hitting a high zone, I do not get excited if we hit a resistance level. I get excited once I see it's failed and we get acceptance back to the low range. You know, this is the level I get excited. You know, I'm going to short this because this is not managing to break this resistance. So that's a really nice trade scenario on XRP. If we break solidly, yeah, we're looking to short the pump. Once we hit that 43, 44 cent level, is going to be a very interesting big resistance zone. Sorry about that. I've been focusing on XRP for quite some time. Let's take a look at some other cryptos here from the community. Let's take a look. I've got a super chat here from ETHER. Thanks for the super chat, my man. Hi Andy, can you chart ticker TIGR, up fintech, hold stock, where is price low? Okay, let's take a look at this one. You're very welcome, my man. Let's take a look at this. It's a stock apparently. Fintech holding. Let's take a look at this chart. Ooh, wow, this looks really good. UP Fintech Holding Limited. Wow, this does look. Where is price low? This is a really nice chart. I mean, this is a chart that looks like it wants to explode. It's been accumulating here for over 1 year. I mean, this is the thing, guys. Look at, you know, when you get a drop from, you know, an asset, and I have no idea what this is, but you know, it might be a good project. When you get this epic drop and you start going sideways for 1-2 years, you know, this is a massive indicator that the selling pressure has gone. Okay, there's no selling pressure at this range, and you can clearly see it here on the chart. What happens just after a few months? You get an epic run up here to the upside. So what is, you know, this is levels that are very interesting to buy, in my personal opinion. I think, you know, this potentially has bottomed out at round about the $3 levels. You know, there could be one major last little dip, just like what happened right over here, and it could take multiple months to recover, as you can see right over here. So for me, pretty simple. You know, this hasn't. There's no selling pressure on this top TIGR. You could get that one little last drop here when the stock market drops. If the stock market doesn't have an epic drop, you know, we could slightly dip below this level. But I mean, look at 2019, look at 2020. You know, I don't think it will go much below these levels. So yeah, I'm looking for that stock market crash. Maybe this will have one last little crash, but that will be a massive opportunity. You are likely to go sideways and start to recover here, entering, you know, 2024 potentially. Let's look. Yeah, where's the bottom? Well, I can, you know, if we do have a stock market crash, which I do think is going to happen in the next coming weeks. Yeah, this one is very, very likely to get that move down and dip below $3, unfortunately. But you know, this has been getting very, very close to the bottom. If that does happen, you know, there's going to be only moments to think, hey, you know, that's it. We've crashed. We're going lower. It's time to get excited for the next coming years and start buying up. Looks like Amazon 20 years ago. Yeah, very, very similar also. Kind of a double top. You know, the second, I mean, this is a classic market cycle. Let me just get the market cycle chart out of the way. The cheat sheet, right? Who knows about the cheat sheet? I mean, this is a look. How similar is this to a cheat sheet? And this cheat sheet has been, you know, existing for decades already. Okay. Wall Street cheat sheet. You got it right over here. This only happened on TIGR the last 2 years, right? We've got an epic market, classic epic market cycle on TRG right there. So, you know, we've got the euphoria phase right there, the complacency right here, which was just right there in May of 2021. And then obviously anxiety, denial, panic, you know, capitulation, anger. You know, people are angry right now. We are in the angry phase. People are angry, and you know, we're just going to start entering the depression phase right now in the next coming months, especially if we do see a stock market crash. We're going to go test the lows, go sideways, and yeah, that's what I think was going to happen. So yeah, let me just go through the comment section. So I think this one is just going to go sideways and slightly to the downside for the next coming months potentially. Let me go through the comment section right away and see what's going on. Right. The comment section, let me just read through. Thanks guys. Thanks Pratesh for letting me know about the super chat. Andy, could you explain how you go into a chart and define a bias, bullish and bearish? And how would you trade such trend continuation? I got good at reversals but struggle with this. Love your work. Okay, so explain how you go into a chart and define bias, okay? And how would you trade such trend continuation? I mean, a very, very complex question as well. I basically, you know, when we're trading to the downside, it all depends if you're day trading or if you're swing trading. Okay, I'm getting the course out and I'm going to be very, very specific on swing trades with the trend, day trades, and also scalping scenarios. You know, everything's bearish at this moment, but guess what? In this zone over here, guys, and it's on YouTube, I'm not going to lie about this, I took the trades, I showed it on YouTube for the last week, and you know, you might think, you know, and from this massive bearish panic situation, I took this short, I took this long over here, taking profits right over here, sharing with my community. I took short, long, and long. So out of this massive bearish sentiment, FUD sentiment that we do have on Twitter, I actually took, you know, last week from 3 trades, I took 2 of them were long positions basically. So I'm basically longing, I'm fighting the market, but it's because we have patterns, we have confluence. And you might think, yeah, what kind of confluence? Well, one of my favorites, of course, is the VPVR, point of control, Fibonacci retracements, such as 50% and 618, Gartley patterns, daily levels, all right? It's a green, these green levels are the dailies. The orange ones are weekly levels. If we add up all of that and we see Fibonacci levels, daily level or weekly, point of control, a potential pattern, breaking out, a trend line, market structure. You add up a lot of confluence and it gives you confidence for your trades. Basically, I'm not sure if that was the correct answer that you wanted, but yeah, it was. That's what I can give you right now at the moment on the live stream. I'm getting this course developed, and yeah, hopefully it's going to be really, really good, guys. I hope a lot of people. I'm trying to make it really understandable. It's going to be 5-10 minute videos talking on different sections, you know, going from candlesticks, from market structure to volume, to patterns, to harmonics, and you know, yeah, just volume, of course, very important. Volume is going to be a big section of the course, and explaining by sections, and then adding all of that confluence together, showing you trading scenarios, and you basically practicing and understanding so you can be a profitable trader. Did you fire your mods, Andy? Yeah, I don't know where they are. They're probably not, they're disappointed with me. They said, I'm losing focus. I'm going back home tomorrow, so yeah, we'll be back on our trades. People losing confidence. The reason why I think I've got not many views, also views are going down. It's absolutely crazy, because I mean, I had an insane week on YouTube, an insane week on you know, trading, because it was massively volatile. I was getting 1,000 people, you know, 800 people watching the stream, down to 300. We just got to 400, going down to 300 right now. People are just not interested. And you know, one of the main reasons why, you know, I do analysis. I'm an analyst. So the main reason is because we're having sideways action. The market is boring. Nobody wants to watch this. So anyway, can you please show some examples of godly patterns on Bitcoin? Wow, it seems like you did not watch YouTube last week. You were not watching me last week. Yeah. You did not watch last week. So basically, you know, I'm just gonna go through, but I mean, I've been going through this last few live streams. Some example of harmonics. Well, the ones that I've been trading are only godly patterns, okay? I've got one over here that was mentioned on the 11th of November on that live stream. Okay, so that was about 6 days ago. There was another one right over here. It was also mentioned on a live stream, but this one after it happened. This was mentioned live. This harmonic was mentioned live. And I'm going to show you the examples right away. There's 3 harmonics here, even on the 1 minute chart, 15-minute chart. Let me just get you the pattern out so you can, you know, so you can see the example. And look who I have here. Alexa Crypto.
Where's your camera?
How you doing?
Where
the camera is here.
Oh, welcome guys. I'm pretty good. What about you?
Doing good. I'm just doing a little bit of technical analysis here, looking at some major patterns on the chart that has happened. I got someone in the comment section, can you explain harmonics? Because I do a lot of harmonic patterns. You probably don't do harmonic patterns, but I do. There's very, very, very unusual patterns on the chart. So just looking at trading scenarios. Anyway, what do you think what's happening with the market? We're going lower?
Yeah.
What's your price?
Sure.
What's your price prediction?
For Bitcoin, I think it will be like around 14,000.
14,000?
Yeah, 13,000.
14,000. Guys, make sure to follow Alexa. She has a YouTube channel, Alexa Crypto, right?
Yeah, Alexa.
Alexa Crypto, and also on Twitter. See, she's actually doing really well on Twitter. Let's take a look at here. Was it Alexa Crypto, right?
Yeah, Alexa Crypto _
Alexa Crypto. That's you, right?
Yes.
20,000 followers. Make sure to check her out, guys. Alexa, she's always talking about crypto every single day. Check her out, guys, on Twitter and on YouTube. You're doing YouTube as well, right?
Yeah, of course. I have almost 2,000.
Nice.
So guys, let's help me to reach 2,000 followers.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy.
We'll do a collaboration one day, so you can give us your opinion on what you're looking at on the charts. So guys, yeah, I've got someone here talking about harmonics. What's let's see the comment section. Show off your skills for her, says Mr. Jackson. Ethereum, Andy, people it's a lot of FUD, so people think that that's a bunch of FUD, that Bitcoin's going to go to 14,000. Hey, we are only $2,000 away, 2,500 to be exact. So yeah, I think it's very, very realistic. We haven't tested the lows here, and I think the lows can be tested in the next coming days, maybe a couple of weeks. We could get a bounce at this range, but overall, I do think that the lows are going to be tested. Stock market, S&P 500 looks very, very bearish. I do follow the stock market as well, and it does look very, very bearish on the chart. It can't get, more bearish than what we can see here on the S&P 500. Like I said, we're hitting this, we're getting the drop right now. I'm in a short position on the stock market. Actually, it's pretty nice in profits. Stock market is looking insanely bearish as we are hitting lower highs here, and we just had a massive October running up, and I think we're just losing momentum, and stock market is going to have a correction to come and meet the lows in the coming weeks, and this is not going to be good for Bitcoin. This is definitely not going to be good for Bitcoin. So
yeah, good time to buy.
Yeah, it will be a good time to buy, no doubt. And people are really scared. I got some people saying crypto is dead in the comment section, which is absolutely epic. No, crypto is just starting to be alive, It's just going to start to be alive in the next coming years.
Yeah, because it's just giving you time to filter.
Yeah, I remember investing in 2018. This is when I started in crypto, in 2018, in the bear market. And it was insane. Twitter was insane, crypto is dead. Crypto, Bitcoin going to zero. All of this the FUD is so very, very similar to what's happening right now. And it did extend, 2019, 2020. So I think, 2023 is also going to be boring for crypto. It's going to be bearish. We're not going to see a recovery till the next couple of years. And I wish I would have had more time to accumulate more, in 2018 and 2019.
Yeah.
You accumulate thinking that you're going to have a lot of time to accumulate, and then you start shooting up, which is what happened in late 2020 and 2021. So hopefully for me, I would prefer 2023 to be bearish. Yes. 2024 to be bearish. Yes. Let's buy all more and more. So because once it goes up, your buying opportunity has gone. So volumes are dead. Solana. Somebody wants me to take a look at Solana on the chart. Look at this comment. I think I found my future wife, Game Pro. Make sure to follow Alexa. Right. What else do we have here? I'm going to take a look at Solana. Check the remaining BTC nodes left worldwide. It's alarming. It doesn't matter. Is it gone down low? The Bitcoin protocol is built in an insane technological way, where if we have a massive shutdown of these massive big power computers, the Bitcoin protocol is designed so we can actually still send Bitcoin and mine Bitcoin with just a few laptops. We can go back to that hash power, guys, and the Bitcoin network will still be running. It will still be secure. So I wouldn't be too worried about that.
Someone thinking I'm Carl's twin sister. What? Do we look same? Is it Carl?
No,
of course.
I don't think so. Alexa's prettier than Carl, right? Don't tell Carl.
I hope that Carl don't watch.
Yeah, he's probably watching.
Carl, we are joking.
Nice job, Andy. Secure that profit, says Pow. On the stock market short. No, this is going to be a swing trade. I'm looking for this to be a multi-$1,000 trade, and it's $300 in profit. So I'm just going to leave it. The position is protected. So yeah, I'm going to leave this trade. But last week on Bitcoin, we've had a really nice week last week on trading. Very, very, very profitable week last week on trading with the community. Alexa, just for your information, it was really, really good. Guys, PrimeXBT, remember, if you want to trade stock market, we're using crypto as collateral. PrimeXBT for me is the #1 to trade S&P 500, Dow Jones, oil, natural gas. You got Forex also, and you're using crypto as collateral. So you're using stable coins, for example. You can use USDT, you can use Bitcoin. You got an insane bonus down below, remember, of $7,000. You basically get 7% added to your deposit using Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code, okay? So this is the #1 platform that I use for stock market. I only trade stock market and Bitcoin. Sometimes Ethereum, sometimes altcoins, but very, very rarely. I focus more on Bitcoin, Alexa.
Yeah. Okay, nice to meet you.
All right then.
Guys, I will say you bye. Don't forget to follow me.
Yeah. Check out Alexa.
See you.
Bye. Check out Alexa, guys. She almost killed herself there. I want to move to Dubai and meet Alexa. I want to move to Dubai and meet Alexa. Yeah, I'll tell her that. I'll tell her that. Hey Alexa, tell us some joke. No, she's gone now. Well, you just seen the joke. She almost killed herself there with a chair. There's a chair there and she almost killed herself. Nice girl, Andy. Yeah, she's in crypto. She's got some pretty decent followers on Twitter. She's an influencer. She's a crypto influencer. I wouldn't say that she's a technical analyst, but anyway, she's good fun. Make sure to check her out. Pac-Man, you joined. lol, yeah, you guys see that. Thank you, Pac-Man, for joining. She left so early, Viron. Hey, you guys are cheeky. You cheeky. Hey Andy, great show as always. How do you draw the VPVR in a certain area as opposed to the right or the left or left scales? You're probably talking about the fixed range. Fixed range volume profile is right over here, okay? As you can see in the drawing tools. And what's good about the fixed volume profile is that it gives you, when you're going sideways in the market, it gives you certain areas where you could have resistance and support levels, basically value area high and value area low levels, right? So in the case of this range over here, as you can see, look at this. I mean, just by looking at this, the value area high from a range is going to be high resistance, right? So of course, I cannot have a value range till we have a little bit of price action, right? So just by creating this price action, we can see that the value area high and value area low, let me just get this from here, from this range over here. So I'm interested in this range, and it's pretty clear on a chart. There's a range there, and there's a range over here. So basically, if I take the fixed volume profile from this start of the breakdown from this range, so basically from this range all the way to, if you say we've just reached this level over here, okay, when you are trading right over here, I've just taken a look at the fixed range till here, guys, right? You can see it, the blue finishes here. The low levels are usually support, the value area low, where you could get that bounce, you could get a swing failure, you could get a bounce. And the value area high is the same scenario where it's going to be strong resistance. Check out how we did get these bounces on, Bitcoin. Yeah, we did get a pretty, this was a potential long scenario. I'm not trading at the moment because I'm not focusing too much on being extremely technical. I did an insane week last week. I'm traveling, I'm here in Dubai, and I'm meeting a lot of people, with some meetings, also having a good time and not focusing very much on the analysis. But I'm back tomorrow, guys, and we're back with our trading. Even though last week was a good week. But I'm really, really hyped up, guys, because I absolutely love trading. I love look at trading scenarios with the community. So anyway, this is a fixed range, and what fixed range helps you to find from a large range, right? That's why it's called fixed range volume profile, because it's from a range. It helps you to find support levels, value area highs and value area lows. Check out just after taking a look at this range, okay, just from early this morning. You got bounce from the lows, rejection from the highs, and again bounce from the lows. So it's an absolutely phenomenal tool, guys. Value area low, value area high. When you're in the range, it helps you, to potentially take some of those trading scenarios to short the highs and long the lows, guys. And you cannot make this up. This is happening, you know, this has basically happened live right at this moment. We're going to start hitting point of control right now, which is going to be interesting. Yeah, point of control right now being hit. You know, there's big resistance. Stay cautious, guys, from, you know, this pumping here like this. Of course, you know, when you're in a range for quite a long time, there will be a moment, okay, this is not going to go up for, this is not going to go forever, okay? You're not going to be inside of the range forever here. There's not, you know, at some point you are going to break resistance, or you are going to break support from the value area, especially when you've been, you know, when you've tested it so many times. Look how many tests you have from the highs and the lows. You know, this is going to be, it might break to the upside now, or it might break to the downside. The whole point is that you want to get into the early trades. Which are the early trades? Well, basically this one, you know, this would have been a pretty nice one over here also. This one over here. And over here, it's already risky because you're already bounced several times, you know. You want to get into the first few bounces. Don't get greedy, you know, and bounce every single time. You know, there will be a moment, or have good risk management. You know, if you're going to short this level over here right now as we're hitting, have a relatively tight stop loss. You know, be quite conservative, be quite have good risk management basically. Right, let's take a look. That was basically the fixed volume profile. I think that is what you were asking about the VPVR. And do you have a girlfriend now? Yeah, no, I do have a girlfriend back at home. Yeah, not here. So we're moving to Alexa now, says Byron. Hey, she has a channel, you know, we're always good, you know the deal here with YouTube and Twitter and everything. We like to help out, you know, other people that are in the game. It's all, at the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to follow or not. I've got supported from many other influencers, so you got to give back, right? Pac-Man, thanks for joining the live stream, my man. You're missing the Sol price action. Let's take a look at Solana right away. That is very true. I got someone asking for Solana, and we did not take a look at Solana. Let's take a look. Is it massive price action to the upside? Is it pumping? It is pumping a little bit. It is having a little bit of pumpy action. Oh, I would stay cautious. I would stay a little bit cautious. Fixed volume profile. Let's take a look at it. Ooh, we're getting a bounce from the value area low, as you can see. So value area low, getting the bounce from the volume traded the last 8 days approximately. Point of control, we got a large point of control here, guys. It's not looking good. Let's take a look at what Fibonacci level. We were hitting the 6. I mean, there was a little bit of confluence, okay? Not gonna lie. Volume was a little bit scary. It was a little bit scary. I prefer low volume on the move down to potentially long this level. There was a long scenario here at $13. Why? Value area low from the fixed range. We had this epic pump over here with some pretty decent volume, as you can see on the chart. You are hitting the value area low. You are hitting the 618 from this pump, as you can see on the chart. So yeah, I mean, there's enough confluence to risk a long position right there. It would have been nice. Yeah, I should have taken a look at Solana an hour ago, because there was a scenario that we're hitting a support level, and you cannot make this up. It's hitting the value area low. It's hitting the 618. We could have that pump all the way to $14, which is the point of control. This is a massive level of resistance. I would be considering a short position at that level, actually. So yes, they pay close attention to what happens on Solana. If we start hitting $14, which is a massive range here that we had, point of control, and you know the deal, guys. What's happened here? What has happened here? Higher low, higher low, bang, massive big breakdown with large volume. What is the higher high, higher high, lower high, danger, 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 lower high. What's happened right now just a few hours ago? Lower low, What is the likely scenario to happen here? I think it's just very likely that we're going to create a lower high, hitting the point of control. I think the $14 can be hit, but this is a massive zone. Massive zone here of resistance. I mean, can we add Fibonacci? This is probably going to be the 7-8. Yeah, 7-8 Fibonacci retracement is exactly at the point of control, as you can see on the chart. $14, $14.15. If it were to be hit in the next coming hours and create choppy price action, you've got a high probability trade to come down to meet the lows, okay? We're already going to start hitting the 618 from this drop. So yeah, guys, great trade, great potential trade. Invalidation point above this high, above point of control and above this high over here. Okay, so I would wait for a little bit more price action. Even better, you want to rush. I know you potentially want to rush into a short trade here. Let the price action get a little bit exhausted, something like this. You know, obviously this is what I would be looking for, okay? I'm not telling you what to do. A little bit of exhaustion here in the next coming hours would be an epic short. Massive confluence, point of control. There was confluence for this bounce. You missed this long, well, time to look for the next trade. In the next trade, when you're pumping, is a potential short. An exhaustion at that level, at the $14 range, would be an epic level. Bitcoin is pumping. Okay, we're having a little bit of pumpy action. A little bit of pumpy action here on Bitcoin. Nothing too important just yet. Yeah, Bitcoin has a lot to do, okay? For me to be, you got a point of control right now on Bitcoin from the volume trade of the last, 10 days approximately, is at 16,750. It's a big resistance. Nice double bottom. We're going to test this level. Could get broken. This is the interesting zone that I'm looking for on Bitcoin. 17,150 zone. That is going to be a zone where you might get a bunch of liquidity, and that is the level. If we do get a wick above it and acceptance below, guys, it's a very, very high probable to trade shorting scenario. Very, very high probable. Only if we fail the breakout, okay? I mean, people don't really understand this a lot because then I'm getting comments of, hey, you said we were going down. Hey, you said that we were gonna hit that level and reject. No. If we hit the level and get acceptance back below, I will short. I mean, this is the thing. You need to wait. You need to wait for the reaction. You need to wait to see what happens at the level. If you get exhaustion, if you get a swing failure, you short it. Anyway, this is going to be it, guys. Remember, if you want to trade Solana, Bitcoin, any of these cryptos, I'm in no trade right now on Bitcoin. I will start trading, guys, when I get back home. We're going to start trading aggressively. You know the deal, talking about that trading scenario, sharing my trades. So yeah, on Bybit, I think it's till the end of the month. They still have that $30,000 bonus, guys. I think it's going to be at least till the end of the month. $30,000 to be claimed at the rewards hub when you sign up with the link down below, okay? They got this epic bonus on Bybit that they have, They did put it just a few days ago, about over a week ago now. Take advantage, guys. I think it might be till the end of the month. $30,000 to be claimed on Bybit at the rewards hub, okay? You need to follow the steps, of course, to claim the bonus. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to do a live stream to arrive soon home. But get ready, okay? Subscribe to the channel, destroy the like button, because what is coming in the next coming days will be epic. We'll be looking for major trading scenarios. I will be doing several hour live streams, and it's time to get to some scalping, guys. We're gonna start doing some major scalping on the channel live, so make sure to be excited for that, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Check out the socials down below. We got full of socials. We've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got Bitcoinsensus website where you can find out, different technical analysis ideas, levels here that we do post every single day. Free information. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.